I turn down the difficulty and try again. I Google Life Sim VR cheat codes. Why did I go back to the carpet store after beating cancer? Shoulda went off grid. No social security. That's how it's done. Steal batteries from the TV remote and keep playing, duh. I'd throw the VR set away and keep the dead batteries as a reminder that I should never fuck with VR again. I look down. Oh well, fuck, I'm still fat. Test to see if you're on the real world or dreaming by cutting your belly off with rusty scissors. WTF! Exclamation. It's only been a few minutes, so why is IT on low battery? It's a faulty VR headset. Thank fuck for that. Uninstall the Interesting Times DLC and restart. I'll continue later and proceed to make dinner. Today's special: cereal box with rotten meat. As you guessed, I'm a raccoon. Hello raccoon. Big fan here. Loved your work in Guardians of the Galaxy. Gods, that was awful. Way too arbitrary, pay to win, and what's with the loot boxes? This game sucks. To be fair, it only uses in-game currency. Well, since I can afford a VR setup, I must be richer in this new life, so I'd be pretty stoked honestly. On the other hand, everyone owns a headset in Ready Player One, even the people living in a shitty trailer. It could just be a basic tool in that world. I'll be amazed how I managed to get fucked up in a game where I am supposed to be the protagonist. It turns out your controller was broken, so you couldn't activate any of your powers, making you no better than the NPC. Hey, you sold a gun to a guy who kills people. You beat cancer, then went back to working at the carpet store. Immediately load it up again, knowing that it's a simulation, and also knowing how historical events and the stock market are going to play out. Let's get weird. Oh, and also super rich. The stocks are procedurally generated. RC Cola and Tab are the two major competing soda brands. Texas Instruments makes the OS on nearly every computer in the world, and Ask Jeeves has nearly bought every company and taken over the world. Probably cry for a very long time. All my experiences, the feelings, pain, love, happiness, the people I knew, and how content I am with my life are and it keeps getting better. None of it existed, and I would long for it deeply. The only other thing I would ask myself is why TF did I have the depression debuff? Oh, you should sit there and read existential sci-fi. Start with Philip K. Dick, he's the seminal classic. Then you can question whether anything at all is real, and what the hell real is even supposed to mean. I can't see anyone has mentioned it yet, but there was a Redditor once who actually had this sensation after a concussion. He lived a whole lifetime, came to and realized it wasn't real, and struggled with depression because his wife and children never existed, and he missed them so much. I don't know how real it was, but it's hard not to feel pity. *edit source https://www.reddit.com/r/askreddit/comments/2i6is/redditors who have been in a coma, what is it like /ckzip/ Wow. Depends, is my real name Dwayne Dibley or Jake Bullet? I'm Dwayne Dibley! Exclamation. I go online and find a walkthrough so I don't fail miserably again. You find CCTV footage of you currently online searching for a walkthrough. Dude, I suck at this. Ha. Humans, what a crazy ass species for the devs to think up. What kind of sick, twisted, asshole wrote that storyline? Exclamation. Edited to close the fucking quotes. It's randomly generated within certain parameters. Sometimes you get some outlier of statistically probable timelines. I'd charge it and go back. If 31 years has only been a few minutes, I can see out this life, and be back to my other life in time 40. I really wasted my 20s, and I never should have gone back to the carpet store after surviving cancer. Dwayne Dibley! Exclamation, exclamation. Thermos, sandwiches, corn plasters, telephone money, dandruff brush, animal footprint chart, and one triple thick condom. You never know. I get that feeling sometimes, so I get a little "I told you so" high, then go about my day. Check if my dick is still a disappointment. And what if you actually a girl? Oh, thank God. 2 stars. I'm so relieved it isn't true. Wanted to quit anyway. This game sucks. 0/100. I found out my life is a video game. Rick and Morty play. Username checks out. I'd probably cry and have an emotional breakdown because my husband was just an elaborate AI, or something. I had a son a week ago. I would lose it. Post a very strongly worded review on how shitty and boring the game is. Did I save? Exclamation. Celebrate. The struggle is over. Also, I'd ask for lower difficulty settings next time. It would explain a lot. Also, this reminds me of the Red Dwarf episode, Back to Reality, https://n.m.wiki.org/wiki/back-to-reality%28 Red Dwarf %29. What kind of sick game is this? This made me anxious. Get annoyed at how shitty I was doing. Change the batteries, plug it in, whatever. Start over. Pick a different character. Wake up and hear someone say, "Hey you, you're finally awake." Or well, hell no dude! Exclamation. Check the mirror and hope my real body isn't also one I hate. Turns out you thought it was funny to turn all the sliders on the character creator to the extremes. With joy. Asterisk I asterisk wouldn't. I'd be effectively dead. The person who was playing the simulation would have to react to it instead. I hope they hated every minute of it, the stupid jerk. I'll tell you one thing, I'm not going back to the carpet store. I feel like all you have to do in this thread is reference Rick and Morty to get gold. Comb through the thread for the real answers. The ones that aren't jokes or references are actually really good and insightful. That depends on what my life is really like. Is it better, worse, or the same as the VR simulation? Jesus Morty, you overcame cancer and went back to work at the carpet store. I release that Rick and Morty is a real life thing and I'm at Blitz and Chips. Fantasies are realized. I can't believe what just occurred. I'll try it again to get the highest score. Then I take off that headset. Then the next. Then the next. Then the next. Fucking pay to win garbage. I play the sequel, Roy 2. It's time to go to bed. No. My cat. Plot twist, you are your cat. Get a piece of paper and write out my biggest mistakes I made to ensure I don't do them in the real world. jump back in there, take more risks, and give fewer fucks. Loser Simulator is a shit game. Depends on how my current life is outside of the reality. I'm very happy with my current life, so https://www.youtube.com/watch=SZZVLQ653 as. My life isn't by any means bad, but I think I'd feel very relieved. Relieved, frankly. As long as I'm not Dwayne Dibley, then it's all good. Oh geez Rick, why are we at Blitz and Chits again? First thing is I plugged the headset in so I don't lose progress, then I immediately see if there are any cheat codes for money. If so, dope, I use them, and then go back to my family and keep on living and live out the rest of my days as a stay-at-home father and a student at a prestigious university, or two, spending time with my wife and son to craft a large property that we buy into a self-sustainable 3-8 person island of fun, health, and utopia. Also, I register as a lobbyist and set up a campaign to run for Senate. I'm not quite sure why your comment is at the top of the controversial comment list, but I think it's the most wholesome one I've read yet. If probably do the same thing. For the first 20 years of my life, I wouldn't have cared. In fact, if I emerged from the VR world to find that I'm actually a cis girl, I'd have been relieved. Now, I'd be devastated. I love my boyfriend more than I've ever loved anyone or anything in my life. The thought of him not even being real, of never being able to see or talk to him again, is making me tear up just writing this, and I know it isn't true. Fuck that. Multiplayer.